Hey guys, welcome back to another Dune Weekly qualifying match. I'm joined today by PM Sag. It's your boy Cream. PM, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing pretty well, actually. Yeah. And you?
I'm doing good. I'm not happy about losing in the final last week, but hey, can't win them all, right?
You won almost all of them. It was actually pretty good that you actually lost some.
I appreciate it. All right, so
It's one
let's
big conspiracy, man.
let's introduce today's players. We got Angelero, who I know very well, is a very experienced player. He's playing Harkonnen. He's playing. Is he playing the? Who is he playing? Is that? I know he's playing Piter. I always get the fortress confused on the advisors. So I think he's playing. I actually don't know who he's playing, based on the portraits.
I think with an extra militia unit, I think.
Okay, so yeah, he's playing Raban and he's playing Fade. That's why I didn't recognize that, because Fade is yeah, I don't really play him a lot, but Fade allows you to use the Landsrad corruption. So basically, you can choose if somebody gets elected to the Landsrad resolution that you choose, they get minus 30 Landsrad standing. He gives you plus 20% influence production when there's a village under oppression, and plus 100% agent recruitment speed. So Fade potentially might be a clue as to what Angelero is thinking here. Maybe he's going for a Landsrad victory, and then Raban gives you plus 1 militia slot and 50 Solari upon killing a rebel. So Angelero, interesting Hark setup, choosing not to play Piter, who people like to use a lot because he allows you to sack agents to reduce the cost of a mission and gives you Solari for sacking an agent. So interesting choice from Angelero. Then we have BGZI. He's been playing a long time. I don't know too much about him. I've encountered him in a bunch of random lobbies. He's playing Atreides. He went with Gurney and Duncan, so he's not playing Jessica. We'll see what he comes up with. Then we have Monkey XS, who's a French player, and he went Corrino. He went a Ramsham. And he went Irlon. So another atypical setup. This is nice to see.
Yeah.
Nice to see people choosing different advisors to see possibly some different strats here. And then we have Simb, another French player, and he went Ecaz, and he went with Mesa, and then he went with the lady who I don't know, the head of House Ecaz. Let me check her abilities real quick.
I think there's a Landswaard standing, Bill. There's more Landswaard standing for every masterpiece.
Okay, so he went with Elisa, and yes, she gains 3 lands. You're right, 3 lands red for every masterpiece, and she can use lands red immunity to prevent negative resolutions being cast on Ecaz. So again, atypical for Ecaz. I think most people like to play Swordmaster and Mesa. Nice to see some variety
Yeah.
in the strategies today. What do you think so far?
I think the most interesting is for Harkonnen that you go for Raban, that you get 1 extra militia shot and 50%, 50 Solari per killing a rebel, and a bit combined with Fade that you get 20% influence and 100% more agent recruitment if you oppress. And I think they probably and Julio the Harkonnen goes for an early what do you call that, yellow tech, that you have that building that you can
Martial
oppress
economy.
all the time. Yeah, martial economy. I
Yeah,
think he goes for an early one because
okay.
he has to do that because his counselors are only useful for that situation.
Okay, I agree with that analysis. Yeah, the tier 3 yellow for Harkonnen on the right is the martial economy. It allows for automatic oppression and suppression of rebellions in the villages. So he's going, I just saw his research, he's going for Instill Fear, another great tech for Harkonnen, usually recommended to get it early game. It allows you to pillage villages and reduce the authority cost of gaining the village for each time you pillage it. So he'll be pillaging and annexing for a while. We'll see what he comes up with. What do you think about the Corrino play here? Choosing not to play Wensikia on Monkey. His Monkey XS, our Corrino player. He's spawned in the north I'm not sure yet where his spawn is, but he went with Irlon and a Ramsham. PM, what do you think about that?
I think Ramsham is quite pretty good because the Corrino Roost in the beginning is quite squishy. Because they have, those units don't have a lot of staying power. And with the Ramsham you can get a Sardaukar from the start. So they have high armor and more health, so they can actually tank all those shots from militia. So it's way more easy to get neutral villages.
So
And also
Corrino
defend yourself
sending out
against
some
early
truces
aggression.
here. Just sent out two. He wants to truce with everybody, and one of the other. So Ecaz is accepted. Atreides is accepted. Hark so far has not accepted, and so a Ramsham gives you plus 10% power for each faction you're in a truce with. So he's looking good. Early,
That's
he just
actually
got.
really good, yeah.
Yeah, he got 2 truces. He triple capped some villages here. He's got a Plascreed, a Spice, and a Plain village. He's not. I guess he's not playing Winsiki, so he's not too concerned about trade economy. And we'll see what he cooks up with this. I think his spawn is on the bottom left. Hark did not accept the truce. Maybe he didn't see it. It just seemed like it timed out.
Two negative downsides for cruising with the Corrino. The first one is, of course, if they take Ramsham, they get 10% more military power if you have a truce. Doesn't really hurt you, of course, if you're in truce, but for the other players, so they can get initiative. The second thing is that it's more costly to cancel when a Corrino truce. If you're Harkonnen and have a truce, it's more costly to cancel it. I think it's 100 instead of 50. So it's quite tricky to truce in Corrino in the early game.
First vote is up here. We got private mandate. I think Hark's gonna want to try to snatch that, but Corrino is trying to put votes. So they put Landsrad corruption on it. So Corrino's voting Atreides for it. He's got the most votes. So he's looking to hurt Atreides' Landsrad standing, and he does. And Atreides can't even benefit from that resolution because Atreides can't pillage. Nice move by Corrino there. I'm glad I got to see that on his screen.
So already quite early aggression between Atreides and Ecaz right now, actually.
Okay, let me check that out. And just to piggyback on the other Corrino advisor, Irlon, she allows you to get double votes on anybody that's used Corrino mandate. So yeah, I'm tuned into the fight here between Ecaz and Atreides. Ecaz doing a nice job of spreading the snipers out. Atreides looking to probably... This is going to be a close fight. It looks like Atreides is going to win here. In the sniper... Actually, Atreides is going to lose here because Ecaz has 2 snipers alive. Atreides kiting now. All units are extremely low on supply on the Ecaz side. And I wonder why they're fighting over this region. Is this a spice field?
I don't think so, but
nice to see some early engagement.
No, it's Spatian Guild region. Spatian Guild region.
Okay.
Ecaz want to take the Spatian Guild region. It gives you +1 guild favor. That's
Atreides definitely gonna win this fight now. Now he has a missile turret in range. He's got 2 snipers up. That unit, so he's kiting back the melee unit. The snipers are pursuing. That missile turret's gonna be doing a lot of work here. That melee unit for Ecaz is gonna die, and now the 2 snipers are free ranging against the other snipers. Ecaz reinforcing with 2 more snipers. 1 more sniper, 1 more melee unit, but that missile turret's gonna make all the difference here. It is a spice field that they're contesting. Atreides with a nice...
field, not in Spatian Guild. Sorry,
yes.
I didn't see correctly.
So Atreides gonna try to bleed out Ecaz here because he has a missile turret there, but Ecaz already captured the spice field, and they must have gotten really close spawns. We have 2 snipers for Atreides, 1 melee unit for Ecaz, and 2 snipers for Ecaz. So Ecaz is building a building there. It's probably gonna be a missile turret. If Atreides trying to destroy that building, Plascreed early is huge. So if he can get that building dead, and Ecaz can't afford militia at the village right now. He doesn't have the manpower, so Atreides is trying to snipe that building from completing. Just doing a little bit of damage. Gonna kite back into the missile turret. Interesting engagement here early.
Very early.
I think they're gonna take a breather here. Again, Atreides with the snipers trying to do some work, trying to bait into that missile turret. There it goes. Ecaz snipers also doing work. Super annoying to have these kind of early engagements. Takes a lot of resources in terms of manpower and attention. That melee unit's low. He's trying to kite it away. I think Atreides is gonna probably get that melee unit. Oh, he runs it away far enough. Now it's coming back. He can just target the sniper. There's one militia that spawned there. That melee unit's extremely low. Atreides loses his melee unit, and now I think Ecaz probably did a successful job of defending this territory. Because
I think they're successful because they both have very low manpower production, close to 4 or 3. So the reinforcements are for both sides very low. So this is probably not changing this situation for either side.
Yeah, neither side generating manpower at the moment. I mean, it makes sense for Ecaz to try to take that spice village. It also makes sense for Atreides to try to take it. It looks like Ecaz got there a little bit before Atreides, so he's going to be the benefactor there. That's his second spice. Let's check on our Harkonnen player. Corrino's doing nothing. He's got a nice corner of the map to himself. Harkonnen. Okay, so Harkonnen's relatively close to Corrino. Their main bases are about 2 tiles apart. Harkonnen in the southwest, Corrino in the southeast. Atreides in the northwest, and Ecaz in the northeast. Harkonnen capturing his 4th region now. And he doesn't have a second spice field just yet. Pretty standard for Harkonnen to be in the deficit early.
Like to rely on pillaging.
Low research. Harkonnen's it's tough to get that research going. That's probably why he took that abandoned Imperial research station tile. Try to get some Solari for his research because he's only at 6.
6 is way too low in early game, I think.
Yeah, I tend to get a research building in all 3 of my early villages with a maintenance center. Try to get that research early. So I can see his tech tree. He's got Instill Fear. He's got Spying Logistics. And now he's going for red tech. So, I mean, maybe it's not a Landsrat play. Maybe he might aggress on Corrino a little early. If Corrino's sloppy, he can take some damage here. Corrino player, Monkey XS, his manpower production is 10 compared to Harkonnen's. Harkonnen has...
Sometimes I cannot hear you, Grima.
Harkonnen also a 10. Is that better?
Yeah, better, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we don't have professional streaming setups here. We're a bunch of amateur Dune players trying to make this game lovable for everybody. So show some love. Show some love in the chat. Who we got in the chat today?
Well, we're quite a lot of people watching, I can see.
Got about 10 spectators in here.
Let me see.
Not bad.
All our fans. Hello, guys. I even see some new people.
Yeah, some new. Shout out to the new people. Shout out to
Sloy
and obviously a Russian guy, which translates to "Wow, he's mad." Y is new. Drim, haven't seen Drim before. What's up to Drim? New players checking out the game. Welcome, 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 welcome.
Welcome, guys. Or women, or whatever. Let's see what's happening. The policies. Let me see. Let me switch to non-French, because I don't speak French. Yeah, I think normally I always pick the 50% discount for manpower. I think early game is
I think Ecaz should probably take that vote. Harkonnen wants the 50%. Unless he's trying to... I'm not sure how he's using corruption yet. Is he using corruption to benefit himself? No, so see... So I'm not sure who voted for what, but I don't see Harkonnen using the corruption to benefit himself. Taking away 30 Landsrat standing from somebody is very powerful. So that's one other way to use that um, ability. Atreides is peacefully annexing the Spacing Guild, and he just gets it right there.
Yeah, that's a very good region. Probably one of the best special regions.
Yeah.
I don't think the flagship of Atreides is very good, but
No, it's not. I mean, it's still always nice to have the flagship, though. It can tank a lot for you. But,
yeah, fair enough.
and with the Atreides, you can micro the units in and out of the flagship, but it's definitely not my favorite flagship in the game. I'd rank it down there with the Monument as two of the worst.
For me, Ecaz, yeah. What's happening right now? I think there was early aggression between Ecaz and Atreides, but there's not much happening anymore.
Yeah.
I think Ecaz improved, Atreides improved a little bit its manpower production from 3-4 to now 13.
Corrino, looking at pillage the observatory mountain. Corrino's going, so he's going for tier 4 yellow after getting a couple of green techs, so he's not really going to be ready for any early aggression, which begs the question, is Angelero going to aggress on Corrino, because he's researching his red tech tree, albeit at a snail's pace with a pitiful 1 research. 6.1 research, which is really low. And
if you want to be aggressive as Harkonnen, you always need a forward base, because Corrino goes pillaging very close to the Harkonnen base.
He's pillaging close to the Harkonnen base. If I was Hark, I'd be pissed. That's my area to pillage.
It's very good, I think, if you forward pillage against Harkonnen, if you can unpunished for that. Because Harkonnen's economy early game is mostly negative and compensated by pillaging.
So Angelero has his second spice field. I think he's my favorite to win this game just because he's the most experienced player in the lobby.
Also good starting position with some specials and a lot of villages close to each other.
Yeah, and he's got 2 spice. It'd be nice if he can capture a 3rd somewhere. You really generally want 3. You can survive on 2 though. I just don't see a 3rd one in his reach. So the map RNG kind of working against him there. It looks like
he's right now tanking manpower, Harkonnen. I don't really understand why, because he has the counselor that gives you allows you to build 1 extra militia slot. So why is he tanking manpower? He's right now 130. It's probably better just to immediately buy militia with it to improve his production.
Yeah, I don't know if his villages have it or not. So there's a worm nest up there. Harkonnen sees that. He'd definitely like to get that worm's nest.
Yeah, worm's nest gives extra spice, right?
Yeah, it gives you plus 20% spice production. I think it's also one of the better special regions. If I was to rate the special regions, man, I would be like, top 3 would be Worm's Nest, Spacing Guild, and White Rift.
What does White Rift do again?
Gives you plus 20%, double the crafts workshop hedge production.
Yeah, it's very good in early game if you want to get the 5k threshold to start building air, and also the 10k threshold start to build your elite unit, and also of course for the hegemony win.
Yep, that's with all special regions. Hark's stealing a POI right there for extra 15 lands rad. And nobody's gonna have to worry about POI stealing this game because Hark capturing the Worm's Nest, so he was banking authority to capture the Worm's Nest. So that's his 3rd spice field, so he's got a great setup now. And Corrino, our Corrino player, Monkey XS, does have 15 CP out, 2 of which, and he has 2 recruited units, but he only has 13 manpower generation. I don't know if Angelero is going to be aggressing early. He's researching yellow tech. He's got no research either. They're all at 6. So actually, the first 2 buildings that he got is the embassy, and he got the Emperor's Monument. So yeah, he's going to be shooting up in Landsrad standing before anybody. Interesting.
Corrino
Interesting.
also went for a second spice early on. I think that's very important for Corrino.
Yeah, it looks like he's gonna look to grab that third spice up there. And so that'll be his set. I mean, good setup. 3 spice fields. I don't think Angelero's gonna play aggressive here, to be honest. It's not looking like it. And
Okay,
so
the
I think
downside of having spice, extra spices and Corrino, you get as Corrino you have to pay more to annexate villages that further away from your headquarters than other factions. I think you pay more from the distance. So if they
authority-wise,
take another spice field, they have less authority, and if they have less authority, they have less regions, and they have less regions to place manpower production. So if you attack them early on,
he's
if you see
pillaging
them
that
going
spice
for the
field.
second
He's
spice,
he's not attacking. He's pillaging it. Look. So
okay.
Hark, I think Hark has a nice middle setup here because those 2 villages, the way the way the village in the polar sink spawns is random. It can be on any side of that ice cap. So right now it's close to a village that Hark is definitely going to take. So it allows Hark to fortify the middle area with missile turrets that are going to be within range of each other. So Hark looking like he can make a middle play later in the game. Our third vote is up. Water subsidies is up. Hark is already in the middle of the map pillaging, so there's a chance that if this resolution passes, he's already got units there. He can get the polar sink for free.
Oh, that would be really nice. But can he pull it off? That's the question. Ecaz has the most votes. Harkonnen and Ecaz both have also Corrino has a lot of land trust standing.
Hark is supporting it. I think everybody's gonna support it because it gives you 10's lands rad to support the
That's ideal for Harkonnen right now.
Yeah. The question is whether he's gonna want to take it or not. I mean, I would take it in this situation. It's free.
Yeah, you would take it. If it's free, come on,
it's
just
free.
go.
Take it.
Just go. You're already nearby, just go. You can pillage even the other regions nearby. You have to take it. Just
Yes, absolutely. And here he goes. I hope he takes this here. That would be the smart play.
go. Yeah, if he doesn't take it, it would be really surprised. That's a very good hub also from the pillage the other nearby villages, and there's no enemies actually adjacent to that to the polar
Yeah.
sink.
So he's getting the sink,
So
which
there's no
means
threat.
he's gonna get like three extra pillages off there because all those villages haven't been touched. All right, let's check on
And it's also one of
Ecaz.
the biggest weaknesses of Harkonnen that they like to pillage, but the biggest drawback is also getting water in the early game. I think they also want to get manpower, research, that kind of stuff. And now they get very cheap manpower, water.
So Ecaz already has his tier 4 yellow. Everybody's research is extremely low. It's unbelievable. 5 research on Ecaz. So Ecaz has the tier 4 yellow, but he doesn't have the manpower to staff all his harvesters. So interesting. He's got 1 sanctuary. That right village on the right is a sanctuary. His authority production is 12, and partly because I think they passed the resolution for plus 30% authority production. And Atreides now using that region as an influence production region next to Ecaz. So, and he has a military base on the Spacing Guild. So Atreides is ready for conflict at that border if it does come to that. Atreides, on the other hand, he has Landsrad quarters as his first main building that he chose to build. Now he's building the admin hall, and manpower is capped at 300. So Atreides has a lot of manpower somehow. I don't know how he got that much already. He might have
I
a
think it's probably tanking. I think banking.
I think he might have a youthful eagerness tile somewhere, because that would be the only way he can
Yeah,
get.
probably. Yeah, he only has 12 production, so it takes ages to get up to 300.
Yeah, he's cashing in on
Oh,
those free
But
space
most
parts.
interesting, I think, from this game is that everybody barely uses knowledge production. The 5 to 7.
Hark now at
I
11
think
knowledge.
11.
Yeah, so he's trying to get that knowledge up. I mean, for if you guys don't know, like if you're not building research hubs in your villages, the research is going to be extremely slow, and if you don't get enough developments in terms of research, then it's going to put you behind because you're not going to have text that you're going to need for late game, or for economy, or for Landsrat. So research is extremely important. However, research is costly, so you have to balance your economy with your research. It's one of the many facets of this game that makes it more complicated than your average strategy game. You have your political game, you have your hegemonic game, you have your economic game, you have your domination military game, and then there's the assassinations, which always can throw a wrench in the mix. So you have to try to balance all aspects of this game while you're playing. Hark with a nice economy is positive now, plus 47. I'd like to see where his tech tree's at. He's still researching red, so he's got 55 CP possible he can fill out. He's got plenty of manpower. So he's got 450 manpower. He definitely has a recruitment office. He should be filling out his harvesters. I think that's a little lapse in his gameplay right there because he can definitely afford it. He can add the manpower, the crew to the harvesters. I think he just forgot about it.
I think he already filled all villages with militia. I think I can
Hark
see
buying
that.
Chom, 4225, 5 for Corrino, but he starts with 5, I think. So everybody's buying a little bit of Chom. Hark with good plascrete production, getting 100 a day. So Hark's looking good. He has a good economy now, at least to support what he's got going on. Our Atreides player,
Let me see what's happening.
BGZ, also positive in the economy. He's building his third Landsrat building now. He's gonna go with the research center in the 2 slot. His research is 8.
Because took a village to the right, policing from Hark. Quite, yeah. Could be potentially leading to conflict.
Looking at the Corrino tech tree, Corrino is deciding on what he wants to research. He's still going for green techs.
Ecaz is going to lose probably his north village by rebels.
Really?
Yeah, I think Atreides should probably know that and take the village instead.
But Ecaz is out on the map. Okay, he's sending 2 units over there now. They're probably gonna get there in time, actually.
I think they are not on time.
The other units are struggling with the militia down here.
Yeah. Yeah, the micro is not
The micro is
best.
not good. That sniper's pinned, so he's not doing any damage. I think he makes it
Ecaz
just
is
in
going to
time.
take it. He defended his north village. Yeah, the rebel didn't liberate it. It was very close, I think, couple of seconds perhaps.
I mean, I guess
Ecaz is expanding forward. Now Atreides want to take the village in the north from Ecaz. After the rebels destroyed the militia and Ecaz is spread out.
that's a good idea here. He's got a lot of units. Atreides with also a lot of manpower in the bank. Our 4th vote is up. Gearregs is up. So Atreides is the authority, is the influence leader here. He can stack all his votes on Ecaz just to give him a little bit of guarantee if he's going to capture that spice village. Ecaz leverages representation, so he cannot be voted for Gearregs. So Atreides doesn't want that to fall on him, so he's gonna want to put that on somebody else. He's voting himself for minus 50%, even though it has corruption on it. So he's gonna take a loss on his Landsrat standing to do that. Does he really want to do that? No. He's changing it to he changed it to Ecaz. He's gonna put 100 votes on Ecaz, and he's gonna save the rest. Oh, he's splitting into Harkonnen. Okay, so Atreides loses 30 land threads standing there. He's liberating a spice
Okay,
field.
Atreides taking the north village of Ecaz.
I don't know why he's liberating it. If I was him, I would just try to capture it.
I don't think he has the authority for it. It's 1 on 33.
He has Duncan, so I see one region with a siege that he's already controlling, so that'll be good. If I was Atreides, I'd be building units right now. You know Ecaz is going to retaliate in some way. Good move destroying the military base there. He's reinforcing the position, so we'll see how Ecaz responds here. Ecaz not really responding. He
In
he's
this
rec-
situation, it also
he
helped
just
if you have
received
some
he
honor
just
cotton
received
to
Sardaukar from
actually.
wow, what a deal. He just received Sardaukar from the Emperor here. This could change the tide of this battle. Those two Sardaukar. If he decides to go up there and contest, he's getting all his units ready. Atreides will have a missile turret there. I think Atreides has too many units over there for him to contest.
The Atreides has a water issue.
And Atreides now has
Well,
are those Sardaukars of his own? The Emperor's sending Sardaukars to everybody, so that evens out the Ecaz's any advantage Ecaz may have had. Atreides now switching from liberating to capturing, as he should. Ecaz is going to send his units up there. He simply does not have enough units, so he's pulling back. He sees how many units Atreides has, so he's going to have to relegate that spice field to a loss. Good move by
yeah,
Atreides.
probably because it's also hard to defend. It's a density between them.
Yeah, good try. Good awareness by Atreides, seeing that the Ecaz army was taking the Imperial Basin in the middle of the map with no airfield, and now he pays the price for overextending. He gets a couple of fencers out. I don't know what those are gonna do for this situation.
Let me check Arcona. I think Arcona is going to look pretty good actually. Yeah, I have a feeling the plus.
I think Hark is the best setup right now, economy-wise, because he has that worm's nest.
Yeah, I have 3 spice fields. I think I have Polar Sync, 17, 60, 17 knowledge.
Yeah, he's
It's a good.
definitely leading the knowledge battle, and that's gonna allow him to get his research out much quicker. 16 for Harkonnen. Nobody even close. Nobody even above 10. Okay, the contest comes up in the north. It's not enough. He's baiting the Ecaz units into the Atreides territory, which is not where they want to be fighting. I don't know where the Ecaz units are going. They're running into the Spacey Guild tile, and this is a he's gonna lose all those units. So now Ecaz with no army left. Atreides continuing to capture the spice field. And Ecaz
Ecaz is a hard faction to play. I think. Yeah, I think you have to be a little bit more cautious with your army because you don't have the headquarters district building, but you can build 2 extra units.
and they take longer to
So,
train,
yeah.
especially if you want perfected. I think Ecaz should just sit back here for a while, take the L, and try to regroup himself. He can outclass Atreides later if he gets a full perfected army. Maybe. Atreides is very tough to push into, especially if they have veteran militia.
Why does have Atreides better militia? I think they have special tech for that.
Yeah, if they have veteran militia, it's very, very tough. That tech.
What
They
does it
they
do?
they
100% extra health?
they become super tanky. I don't know the exact numbers, but if you have the tech and you're lucky enough to get the siege that gives you the plus 20% bonus to militia, they're almost unkillable.
Hmm.
Ekaz getting red tech, so he's gonna have red tech, and BGZI is researching yellow, so Ecaz can force the issue later on that spice field, but you can see Atreides is going to have 2 missile turrets there. But if Ecaz is going to come in with an upgraded army with 65 CP, I don't know if Atreides can hold that off, even if he has 2 missile turrets there. So Atreides has to be careful here.
It's very passive. I think the biggest difference between FIFA All and 2 vs 2 games that there is the free riding problem. So if normally in 2 vs 2 Harkonnen would already attack Ecaz because they're adjacent and yeah,
You
it's
mean
very easy to
Corrino?
take because Ecaz lost for a lot of units. But it's free
Oh,
for all, so
Ecaz.
it's actually benefit for attacking. That's the question.
Well, Harkonnen is the only one on the map that has 65 CP. So he's
Yeah,
taking
but
a
he doesn't attack.
he might. I mean, I don't know what Carino doesn't have a second base yet. So if I go to Carino's screen, Carino has freaking 25 CP out. He doesn't have any
I
red
cannot hear
tech.
you, Creamer.
So Carino has 25 CP out, and he he doesn't have any red tech. He's extremely vulnerable to attack.
He's making that sound.
I muted him. It's Cassius Belli. See, okay, so one underrated aspect of this game is people don't put agents on uh on information level on the opposing factions. And so right here in this situation, I don't know if they got the Bene Gesserit agent or not, but that agent is best used on some faction. And when you get level 2 infiltration on somebody or information on somebody, you can see what operations they have, how many CP they have, what are they researching. You can see a lot about them. And so if Hark only knew this guy is sitting on 25 CP with no red tech, he does have orbital strike being made, so that's powerful operation, but that's not enough to fend off wave after wave
Oh, definitely not now.
of 65 CP Hark.
But I think that information, how much army he has, you can also use just an honor copter, just to scout.
Yeah.
So I think you could already see that he doesn't have a big army anyway if you're planning to attack. If you have full CP army, 65 as Harkonnen, you can use
I,
an honor copter just to scout.
I don't see any
The,
gunners here, so if he was gonna attack, he would need some armor shred. So I actually don't think he's gonna attack, and he still hasn't filled out all the spice harvesters. I don't know why he's banking so much manpower. He can just fill out all the spice harvesters. Oh, he's doing it now as I speak. He's getting his yellow tech now, so he's got a 3 red district completed. I mean, yeah. This is where a lack of he's got his 4th spice field. I mean, is he going for
yeah.
Chong? I don't know. But he's got 3 yellow completed now. So he's gonna have a 3 yellow and a 3 red. And it looks like
Perhaps we're going to see in 2K, 2K Solar production.
yeah, pretty soon. It's like Harkonnen's going for a deep desert here. He's researching yellow, so I think this is going to be martial economy here. He's got a lot of research now, 18.8, cranking out the research. This is where you want to be at this stage of the game.
I think research is way underrated in this game. Can you explain me how you can do efficiently in the research economy? How you can balance your economy and research? How do you do it?
So early game, your main concerns are plascrete and manpower. Okay, so after you fixed your manpower, plascrete, and obviously spice, but like that's your first region you're gonna capture is always gonna be your spice field. So after you fix your plascrete manpower problems and you have a standing army enough to either pillage or capture villages, you wanna pivot into getting research in the first 2 months, and you want to do that specifically on tiles that benefit it. There's a couple of tiles that have a plus 20% research, plus 20% statecraft building production. They have the tile that gives you an extra research hub with plus 20% research, which is excellent. And then there's also
Yeah.
a tile that gives you plus 3 Solari per blue building. That's another good tile to put your research buildings. And you kind of want to lay out your villages early where you can have a maintenance center in between as many villages as possible so that your upkeep is low. Because in the beginning, you're kind of struggling for Solari. And if you
Because the
don't,
research hubs have very high upkeep, and the maintenance center doesn't only reduce the upkeep from that village, but also for adjacent villages.
yeah,
That's a
exactly.
very important beginner mistake, I think. People don't do research, is one. And if they do, don't use maintenance center
Right,
to reduce the cost, because it is costly, because you do it the whole game.
right.
So it's very costly. I think it's a very underrated part of the game, the researching thing.
Yeah, it's just nice when you're stepping into the mid game within the mid 20s or 30 research. I don't think you need more than 30. The other day I had like 45 on Fremen. I think that was a little overkill, but it's nice to unlock the tech tree. And later in the game, you want a lot of green techs that help you in the late game, like border defenses and then outpost logistics if you lose a village. So, yeah, research is
Yeah,
important.
but let's
Carino's
see what's happening right now again. Mm. Weir didn't place the second kill.
Uh, I think Ecaz is in the worst position right now because he lost that spice field and
He's just banking 500 authority. He's not using it.
he's gonna try to capture something soon. I mean, he's getting out some more banners now. He's got 55 CP cap, so he's got some red tech out. He's making good Solari. I mean, he's still making 154 Solari, but he's selling all of his spice reserves at the moment at a spice exchange rate of 2.5. So it's a mediocre spice exchange rate, but it's not the worst, so you can make some money off of it. So he's doing that, and that's okay.
I think the biggest issue is that he doesn't take villages with 500 authority production.
He should fill out that
500
spice
authority.
harvester with 4 spice. Okay, dude, what is this? Every time I say it, they do it. Did they not mute me? I hope they muted me. Otherwise, that would be cheating, ladies and gentlemen.
I also think so, yeah, because I also kind of suspicious,
Yeah,
suspicious right now.
but
We are like some great storyteller in Lord of the Rings. That they're going to tell everything what the characters are doing, what
we can see the future.
because I suddenly see the future. Yeah. I know he's going to throw the ring in Mordor, and he does it. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, fine. I also have the feeling.
Carino, like
Perhaps you also can give tips to
this is
Ecaz which kind of gear you should pick.
the greediest Carino I've ever seen. Number one, 0 red tech, still 25 CP, hardly making any money either. He's not selling any spice. He got his second base down. He's building yellow tech in his second. They're decently spaced apart, so it's not a bunker style, which is expected because he doesn't have Wensikia, so it's different play style here. And he has access to 2 special tiles over there, so that main base drop put him in reach of the Mundu Vale and the Sandfall tile. So he's gonna be able to get some hedge off those 2 tiles. That's a good move.
So you think he will go for an hegemony win?
Well, he's playing heavy blue tech, and we have a vote here. 30 lands are outstanding. I think is gonna be the main one. Corrino chooses, I think, to make it so that everybody gets it. I can't read French. But Yeah, I mean he's not. He's gonna go for hedge for sure because he has those two special tiles over there. He's not, and he'll have crafts workshops, but he's not gonna have Wensikia type passive production.
Yeah, Masiki, I can build 2 craft shops in a special region. That's insane.
It's one of the best
It's a
abilities
win
in the
condition
game.
on its own.
Yeah.
He doesn't have it, so it's in the choice.
I
If you
think it's
want.
a real shame that Harkonnen is just squandering this opportunity to totally. If he totally eliminates Corrino, he can pillage all those regions and annex those regions. It would open up the map for him. It would also help Ecaz a little bit. Um, but I think Harkonnen is a better village capturer than Ecaz because after you pillage regions enough times, they become so cheap to annex, and you can capture 3 or 4 or 5 regions at the end simultaneously.
I really don't understand why Ika is not just taking villages right now. He's 500.
I don't know. I think he's tunnel visioning on losing that spice field, so he really wants it back.
Preoccupied, probably.
Yeah, really wants that spice field back.
Sometimes I even think as because just take the sanctuaries. If you already have enough authority, just take the sanctuaries to just increase your production, your manpower production and research. Because I don't really understand the sanctuaries. It loses a little bit the value if you already have enough authority. Let me see who has the most interesting army composition. Can you discuss that?
Yeah. So Hark doesn't have any gunners at the moment. He's got a lot of Serbs and a couple of executioners. So some troopers that I think are left over from the beginning of the game. So he's not going to be attacking bases, but that army is really annoying to deal with because those Serbs, they're pretty strong. They split into a bunch of units.
But the army composition of Harkonnen is a very strong in staying. They have
yeah, it's pretty meta.
Serbs get executors. They heal, I think, if a unit dies, and the Serbs they create more units if they die. So it's very strong. It's very hard to kill that army.
Ecaz is gathering his
because they're missing
army.
gunners, they also have missed armor threat.
Here comes Ecaz to the north. Okay, let's just tune into the. He's really focused on getting the spice field back. This is what he wants to do. He's sending his units over to the shield wall, and it looks like Atreides is going to contest here.
Oh.
Maybe not.
I think Ecaz has supply drop. He needs it. He also has the operation, I think.
I like this move.
Feather,
I like him not engaging. Move. I like him not engaging. He better kill those assassins. Oh, he just lost 2 units there. I like him not engaging Atreides on Atreides territory at the moment. Atreides looking probably to contest here, which is not going to go well for him because he doesn't get the home field buff, home field advantage buff that Atreides has.
Which technology provides Atreides a home field buff? I think it was in
I think it's the 2nd tier red. I don't play a lot of Atreides, but they're harder to kill.
20%, right?
I think so. Damage reduction.
It's really huge. You really notice the difference if you fight them in the home region or outside.
Yeah, you do.
I think it was a good move for Ecaz to move forward expand there.
Well, he's got to do something. He's got to spend that authority.
Yeah, he has to spend it.
You know,
I would probably even take the sanctuaries. I think.
I wouldn't take the sanctuaries. I mean, there's plenty of reasons for him to capture. I think the reason why, and I was explaining this in the Turn Discord the other day. I think the reason why players end up without a win con at the end is because they don't know how to effectively plan out their conquest so that they can set themselves up for the late game. You have to do a little bit of map analysis and understand, okay, if I don't take X amount of regions by X amount of time, I'm simply not going to be in the race later.
For hegemony.
Exactly, and you gotta always be in the hedge race.
Ecaz tried to attack Atreides. I don't know why, but Sorry. I think planning ahead, I also have issues with that, but it's always this game you already have need to plan in the beginning, which kind of win control I want to pursue. It already starts with, of course, your faction. Some factions are better, some win conditions than others, and especially also the counselors. For example, Ecaz Counselor, I think that's one, and I've got a name. You get 3 Landsrat standing per build masterpiece.
Yeah, he's not even
Just,
using it because he's not even building masterpieces. If I
yeah,
was him, I would have
Ecaz has
just
the
went.
least
I would have just went
Landsrats.
Swordmaster for the extra champion if he's not gonna use it.
And the champion makes a unit stronger, I think, and also provides you hegemony.
Yeah, and you get 2 of them with
That's quite good.
with Swordmaster. It's incredible. So I think Atreides is okay with Ecaz having that territory for now, unless he's setting up some kind of
it's a difficult position to.
He's sending snipers over there. He's gonna try to snipe away that missile turret. Be a little bit of a pest. So he's not okay with Ecaz having that territory.
No.
You sound like Horus Ra right there. Shout out to Horus.
Horus.
I don't think he's here, but yeah. Okay. So let's just go somewhere else here.
What's happening with Harkonnen? Let me see.
Look at a Corrino player, 28 CP. Does not care. He's got a Chronos. I guess that helps. He's doing infiltration cells on Ecaz. So all right. Let's see what happens with that.
I would always go for assassination for Harkonnen because it's a big army, big empire. It's harder for him to find the cells if you have more regions, but you also need an army to actually to distract him. He doesn't have that, so it's quite. Which policies are most interesting? 30% authority production.
Yeah, I think
it's probably more interesting for Corrino.
They're all gonna vote that in. Hark with a lot. Everybody's got a lot of Landsrats influence. Hark is almost Corrino's gov eligible. Was this his play? If he gets a charter, he's at 495. I mean, that's early, man. 495 Landsrat standing.
Okay, you got I think the authority production for everybody, and get some. Nobody gets shares, and nobody has to pay for a lot of command points. Okay. Atreides and Harkonnen has a lot of influence, by the way. 500.
They do, and
Harkonnen has.
And Harkonnen 60? Now with that massive economy that we were talking about before, generating 680 Solari a day. I think he's definitely the chum leader, and he's farming this. Look at him, he's farming the siege, and he's making so much money. Look at that! Oh, look at
it's
all
how Harkonnen plays, man. Make more money, yeah.
All those Serbs are gonna die, and he doesn't kill the siege, and he just replaced them, and so he could just. I wonder how much chum he had. I mean, he's got it. All his red tech, he doesn't have siege incentive, so he's not looking to attack anybody's base. He doesn't have martial economy either. He's going for chum support.
Doesn't have martial economy? I saw it, yeah.
No, he doesn't. His
counselors were expected that he would get that almost as soon as possible, perhaps after Inflict Fear.
Right. So he's at 23 chum. I think Hark is safely chumming away right now, and he's gonna get 30 without a doubt because the other economies pale in comparison. He's sitting on 8.3k Solari as well, and he's oppressing manually. He's oppressing his knowledge, dude. Look at that. His knowledge just spiked from 18 to 24. That is unbelievable.
That would be interesting if someone playtested some experimented some kind of oppression manual. Which one is better to oppress cost effectively? Knowledge or manpower or spies?
No, you want to definitely oppressed spice, and I think he's shown us that oppressing knowledge is really good, because that was one of those villages that has the extra research hub, and it gave him an extra 6 knowledge. He went from 18 to 24. Harkonnen with a lot of agents. He's leading
Hegemony Harkonnen is
Harkonnen
ahead with Hegemony
ahead.
also.
Yeah, he's leading in every category right now. Hedge and Chom. Potentially
Military.
military for sure, and I think he has the most influence. He had the most influence going into the last council, so Angelero showcasing optimal Harkonnen gameplay.
He didn't attack. Perhaps it's the best strategy free fall.
Lately, it's become that way. Ecaz sending units over to the top right. I mean, is he looking to try to... He's tunnel visioning on that spice field. This is good for Harkonnen, who's the clear lobby leader. Decoy thumper going down. Ecaz advancing into Atreides territory. Snipers in the front line, not good micro. Okay, those militia are gonna die. He's looking to take this region to cut off reinforcements. Atreides, but not a lot of units. And this is exactly what I said was gonna happen. He just turtle up a little bit.
I cannot hear you, Creamer.
I mean, this is exactly what I said was going to happen. He could turtle up a little bit, get 65 CP out, and completely outclass Atreides, and this is exactly what he's doing. Now he's going to capture, he's going to liberate this region, destroy all the buildings, and then I think he's probably going to get his spice field back.
Yeah, decision. Not to go directly for the spice field, but deliberate first.
Yeah.
Then you make it way harder for Atreides to reinforce.
Yeah, Atreides going to try to kite here with the snipers.
Atreides doesn't have supply on his army, so it's not really smart to do that.
You should put those snipers
in
in the
Atreides
front line.
Snipers have more range than Ecaz snipers.
It doesn't matter, but he can just put those snipers in the front line and they can contest the other snipers.
A little bit micro would be nice from Ecaz side.
Ecaz with very poor micro here. You got the snipers hot bound to key 2. So there we go. Now they're putting some shots in. There you go.
Put the sniper to the front, because come on. You listen to us, not allowed to, but come on. Sniper against sniper, always put your snipers on the front. It's classic feudal war. How the kings in Britain did.
Atreides with no tanky units here at all. His all squishy demo units and sniper units. Okay, here come a couple of wardens or the Sardaukar, I'm not sure. And this is how you do it right here. He's got a forward position while he's capturing that region. Make sure Atreides cannot capture that region. I think Atreides, somebody's mentioning Chom in the chat, so they are aware that Chom is being a problem here because nobody's contesting it. You can see the Sardaukar is trying to sneak across over there. He's to try to decap that unit from taking that spice field, and so
yeah, but he's losing his units there.
He kills the Sardaukar.
Ecaz army is just as strong, but the micro of Ecaz should be way better.
He's doing a good job now. Now the snipers are in the front line. Those units are sitting there losing supply. I don't know what he's doing there. He's going to get the decap here. What a good engagement by Ecaz. Great move. Strategically, that was
great move.
Very sound. Very sound strategically. Okay, all those demo units are going to have to get pinned down. The snipers get pinned down. This is so easy here to fight this kind of army. All you have to do is sack 2 units to chase them all the way back, and then they die, basically. Sack like a knight.
Oh, worm. It's the same effect as the worm that you both... Yeah, all trade units are killed by eaten up by the worm.
That's
so the whole... This is going to succeed.
So good job,
yes,
Ecaz. But I think the player that's safe and comfortable in the lead right now is Angelero. 14k Solari in the bank. Unbelievable. Best situation for him to have Ecaz and Atreides fight. And Corrino is just not looking to play a military game at all. Monkey XS, he can get 65 CP. He's only got 33 out. I think this is water cellars here. If Harkonnen gets water cellars here, it'll be devastating for them because he's got so much.
Devastating, definitely.
He's got so much show. I think that Corrino has the votes here to get it. All 4 factions are eligible.
That's a very important thing. How much more does Corrino has? 680 or something?
He's got 683, 680, yeah. Corrino buying Hark at 27 Chom. They're talking to each other in French. Hark, big hedge, help for Chom. Tu mother le Chom. I don't speak French, but bon courage, aha, miles, si tu prut metre. I
Let
don't
me
know what
check
any of that
what the second
means.
is.
I don't know what any of that means. I hope I even read that right.
I have no clue, man.
They're not voting. They're not. What the hell? They just gave him water cellars, man. Nobody voted. That was a mistake. Corrino could have easily had that.
I think you should have that. This
Corrino
is
bumping. Corrino is bumping Speaker of the Council. He wants Speaker of the Council.
It goes for the governor win?
I guess so.
I think that from Corrino's perspective, he can see the borders of Harkonnen through the fog of war. It means that he has at least level 1 information level on the Harkonnen.
Right.
Is he going to try to assassinate him?
Perhaps. He was putting
It has to be,
infiltration
because you need
cells on
level 1 at
Ecaz
least.
before.
But you need at least level 1 intel from a faction to see their borders through the fog of war. And he has it. So it's probably assassinating.
I don't like the way he's building his main base building. Look at that. He's got a red and a yellow in the three slot. So he's
Oh, who? Corrino?
yeah, Corrino. So he's not gonna have that bonus from that district.
District bonus are very important. You always have to stick to the same color.
Yep.
It's a pity it doesn't do it.
He's still pillaging right in Harkonnen's backyard. This could be a good chance for Harkonnen to wipe all those units off the map.
Yeah, that's actually very risky.
Is he gonna allow this?
Yeah.
Is Harkonnen gonna allow this? His units are nowhere to be found. His unit is maybe he's a genius. Maybe he's timing this because Harkonnen's liberating the rebel base up north.
I don't see any honor copter from Corrino actually scouting the Harkonnen's army, so I think he's just lucky.
Well, there is one to the west, right underneath the Worm's Nest. Is an ornithopter.
Yeah, I see one for the point of interest, but not looking for the army.
Okay, so Hark putting down a alloy furnace in between those two spice fields, one of them being the Worm's Nest. This is going to be a major economic boost for him.
What does alloy furnace do?
It gives you plus 20% research production in neighboring villages.
Not in the same village, only neighboring.
Same and neighboring.
That's a huge upkeep, right?
Not really. And so they're kind of politicking in the chat. Angelero saying he won't go over 30, which is laughable to me. He says he just wants the bonus.
30 show.
Yeah, would you believe it if somebody told that to you in game? Would you believe them if they said, "Look, I won't get over 30. I'll just stay at 30."
Yeah.
The fact that they have 30 is a problem.
How much show does Harkonnen has? I didn't see it.
He's right around 30. He's got 32 research, by the way, so unbelievable amounts of developments from him.
Corrino also has 29 right now.
Corrino potentially feeling threatened by Harkonnen at the Acid Lake.
Corrino really needs to build an army. Come on.
I don't think he has the economy to support it. So maybe that's why he's not doing it.
He's fooling. He's selling all his spies right now.
Yeah, 2.2. Okay, Hark does have 30. I just saw the Chom on Corrino's screen. Hark is at 30%.
The water sellers, giving water sellers to Harkonnen was a big mistake.
Does he even have a lot of water? How much water does he have? He's got 30 water. Okay, it's a decent amount. 34 water. Decent. And Hark definitely in the strongest position here. Atreides is still fighting Ecaz up here, making his life miserable. Atreides has a couple of Hawks out. Is that the play here to get Hawks out? Not sure. Ecaz pushing in to Atreides' tile that's neighboring his main base. This is aggressive.
That's not good. I think the spacing guild
I think he
way
can.
better.
I think Atreides. I mean, only got 45. He can only max out at 50. The problem is Ecaz doesn't have the main ship to tank for him. Yo, this is super aggressive. He's trying to capture that tile right next to. He's trying to eliminate Atreides off the map. He's doing a good job of putting the snipers in the back. The snipers are in the back. Somebody put down a scav op here. It's probably Hark.
Hark did that.
I'm just guessing. Ecaz wiping this army, dude. I'm telling you, Atreides is so squishy. He doesn't have any red tech, and now Ecaz coming in with three melee units from the north, trying to pin. I guess he's gonna sack the champion or what? I don't know. The Hawks are actually being useful.
Kill Hawks. Kill there.
But that's a lot of Ecaz still left standing. If he captured this tile, I mean,
the headquarters are just fortified there.
Yeah.
It was probably better just to attack the main base, because that main base is shooting anyway.
Yeah. So he's gonna try to sack some units to make sure that champion stays alive. And is there a missile? I'm sure there's a missile turret there. There it is. Okay, Atreides now pulling back. There comes that Hawk. Nope, that Hawk's pulling back.
So what do you think is more important? A command center, or do you call again a barracks? That give you 30% more power, military power, or a missile turret first? Village. A village. If you have a forward expansion close to the enemy.
I think the military base is more important.
No, I also think so. But sometimes turret in the very early game is probably more effective.
Just got a little birdie told me that there's some kind of action here on Hark and Corrino.
Propose Atreides.
Evil Hark attacking me. Propose Atreides for speaker.
Because he has the least votes, probably it's easier.
He's low on Landsrat. I mean, it's a good argument. He's only 255. That's a great move to give it to Atreides.
Because if you make a speaker, other players cannot.
No, and Corrino gets speaker. Corrino does have a win con here, but I think Angelero is just gonna snuff him out. He's got admin burden on the Corrino player, and his units are just. They need to get out of that territory. Orbital strike is going down there. He's capturing that. Okay, so this is how you want to capture a region, by the way. You want to have your flagship there to tank. And so, because he's double capping this. He's liberating that. That's a spice field. Okay.
Does the headquarters prioritize flagships?
It prioritizes air units.
Yeah, that's why the flagships are so useful to tank all the hits from the headquarters.
Yeah. So he needs some gunners here. Angelero eventually. He's going to need some gunners because he's not only going to have to attack the Corrino flagship, but he's also going to have to do some armor shred on that main base. And getting that cap on that neighboring region is going to be super huge. Corrino, though, a lot of Sards out here. Those guys are going to do some work if they get that threshold execution from a Ramsham. However, the operation is active on that region. It's sleeper agent. It's so annoying to deal with because those little Little bastards keep spawning nonstop. Is he getting some gunners? I can't tell. He's not getting any gunners.
Let me see. I don't think
This
so.
is this might be a flaw here. The use of admin burden here is prestige. Prestigious. Look at that. Look at that. He cannot get any units out. He's got 28k in the bank, by the way. That's insane. So
Why
Merc
is so
spam.
much in the bank? What's the use of that? Why not just buy shares?
I think he doesn't want the lobby. If he starts pushing the Chomwin Khan, he's afraid the lobby's just gonna gangbang him.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
So he's just sitting there on 30%, making sure he stays at 30%. I think he's got defense breaches up there as well in his operations. He's got combat drugs. So he's building an airfield right there. I mean, this is, yeah. I think actually this is the correct play because Corrino does have speaker and he has a little Landsrat standing. So I think Carino's pretty
You
much
have
going
to
for
attack,
Gov.
yeah.
Yeah, he's going for Gov. Hark's gonna deny that, rightfully so. Even if he kills
What's the
Carino,
first building, actually? What's the first building of the new forward base of Harkonnen? It's
it
airfield,
was
I
an
guess.
airfield, yeah. And so now he's getting he just got his upgrades for his gunners. So he got the Gatling gun and he got the armor shred. So that's looking like he's looking to take out this base.
Okay, this is a
And
very classic Harkonnen play. They go forward base, airfield, because they have so many manpower production, they can always bring in new reinforcements, a continuous stream.
he's
And they
researching.
also have the intel for the administration.
Yeah, so he has both. He's researching admin burden and or uh defense breaches. They have the same logo, so I can't tell which one. But he's gonna have both admin burden and defense breaches, and he's getting gunners. So this is, and so you can see that he's right now he's looking at all the intel POIs because he needs intel right now. So he just captured 2 intel POIs. So he's gonna go liberate that village from the rebels, and then he's gonna send those gunners down. And I think he's just gonna straight up eliminate Carino's base over here. It's not gonna take Carino out, but it's gonna cripple him immediately. And he's also researching symbols of authority, so he's looking to push every single win con here because he feels comfortable with his status. And I'll tell you what, when you have that 30% chone bonus, uh, when you got that 30% chone bonus, you're feeling really good. John says he has admin and breaches, is researching sabotage. Yeah, he's got all the right operations here to do a base kill. He's looking to do a base kill here.
Does he have siege incentives? I didn't see that.
I'm not sure if he has siege incentives or not,
I
but
don't think so.
I think when you have when you have that 30% bonus, and he probably has a military factory out somewhere, I assume. I mean, that can compensate for not having siege incentives.
I don't think he has siege incentives.
He doesn't have it. I just saw it. He doesn't have it. Atreides right now is so. Hark's economy is extremely vulnerable to Atreides because up there to the top left, that's the worm nest and spice field with the alloy furnace in between. He's generating 1.6k salari a day right now because the spice exchange rate is extremely high. He's capitalizing on that. He's selling all his spice. The problem is Atreides and Ecaz have been mired in a conflict, so I don't think that they should really call a truce here. Let me see what BGZI is doing. Okay, as I say that, I tune into BGZI's stream and he's trucing Ecaz. I don't know if he has me muted or not, or he's cheating, but this is getting way too comfortable. This is way too close for comfort for me. As literally as I'm saying things, he's doing them. So he's sending units over to the left. He's looking to attack Harkonnen. I'm really questioning on whether or not he has me muted or not because this is like the 4th time this happens. Hark is going in for the base kill here. He has admin burden on it. Now the merc spam comes, and this is, you asked why he had so much money in the bank. This is why. So all those units that are gonna die, he's about to merc spam, and that base armor is probably dead. And so he's about to pretty much destroy this guy. And he does have Piter. I thought he didn't have Piter for some reason. Because he's sacking agents. Look at all those mercs. I think Carino's base is dead here.
Beautiful works.
You hate to see it. He sees he's got to make quick work of this base, and he will. and he's got that
He
one
will kill
executioner
easily.
tanking, and then he can just merc spam his way to defending up north. And this is where, you know, a lot of conversation about the meta of the game has been taking place about the how mercs are just really ruining this game at the moment. They've become like a free get out of jail card for anybody who's got the economy to support them, because they don't have upkeep anymore. So he can continue to generate 2.6k a day and have a full merc army, and he's still making money. He doesn't need to sell his chome, so he doesn't have to lose that 30% bonus. And this is a debate that's been raging in the community lately. Dune governorship up for vote. This was Corrino's plan.
It's right now quite difficult, I think.
I think so.
He
Hark
still
with
has
the
the votes.
look how many
Still has the
votes
votes.
Hark has. He has
Harkonnen has
900.
800, even 900.
I would just vote.
Maybe.
Honestly, if I'm Hark here, I've got 34k Solari in the bank. I'm voting myself in for governor. I'm killing Corrino, and
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I'm voting myself in. I can defend any attack with 34k Solari. I don't care. You can 3v1 me. I promise you I'll still survive because mercs are stupid. He's voting Corrino for governor, bro. He's forcing them to kill Corrino. This is hysterical.
Why does he do that?
I mean, Carino's
really
done.
think that the
Dude,
council did something?
I think Corrino is. How does Corrino survive this? Atreides not even attacking Harkonnen. He's taking a free village up there, man. This is Harkonnen looking really strong right now. Corrino gets governor. Harkonnen now has martial
Why
economy.
did Hark vote for Corrino? It's kind of strange.
Honestly, because he's about to kill one base.
Yeah,
And he knows he can kill the other one. There goes one. And look, he can just merc spam the other base too. Why not? He's got 500 authority banked. He can take another forward region, which I think he's about to do. He's about to take another forward region. He's just gonna eliminate Corrino. This takes the focus off of him. He types in time to kill the Emperor. This is genius. He's taking the focus completely off him. And look, he's taking a special region as his forward region, so that not only is going to help him kill the Emperor, but it's going to increase his hegemony even further. Now he's buying Chome. This is excellent gameplay. Now Ecaz doing something in the middle. I'm not sure what. He's got some gunners sitting at that base. He's going to have to build an airfield here. He's taking this region. He's going to build an airfield, I assume. And this is a full merc army with a couple of gunners just for armor shred. That's all he needs. And that's all he needs. This was all part of his plan. And these plans rarely work, by the way. How many times have we voted somebody in for governor and they end up winning? But in this case, it looks like it might work out. I made a mistake earlier when I said that he's playing Fade. He's not. He's playing Raban Piter. Peter or Piter, I don't know.
He's not playing Peter.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, no.
Then how is he able to? Okay, he's not. You're right. But how is he sacking? How is he sacking agents then?
I have no clue. You can just sack agents. You just don't get the discount.
Oh, I see. I didn't know that. I thought you needed Peter to sack in general, but I guess.
No. You can just use sack.
So you can sack no matter what. Okay.
Yeah.
Are they gonna take the bait here? Or are they gonna attack Harkonnen?
Yeah, Atreides cancels the treaties with Harkonnen. Atreides attacking Harkonnen right now.
Okay, that is a mistake because he has a speaker here. So if they don't kill him in 20 days, they are gonna lose. And so Angelero has to decide.
And also attacking.
The
French are coming back.
Angelero has to follow through with his plan here. He has to kill him now. He's making drones too, so that's gonna destroy those mercs.
It would be brilliant if Corrino wins.
I'm pretty sure that Corrino is gonna win here, because unless they get their act together. Okay, he's building an airfield, so he has to. It's okay. He's Harkonnen. He can recapture those regions for like nothing.
That's true. That's actually
Because
true.
they were
I think
probably
Harkonnen just kill Corrino.
yeah,
and
and
then
he's probably gonna win
takes
through
it.
Chome anyway. So unless they like destroy
Just
that
ignore
worm's
this. I think
nest.
just go for it. And I know that the other free for all players, Ecaz and Atreides are not helping you, but you have to go. Otherwise,
This
it's just
is your
game
plan.
over.
This was your plan. So he's got
He voted for governor, so
he's sacking for
you know,
sleeper agent. He's got some kind of burden or breaches up there. I'm not sure. I think scav teams goes down. Combat drugs.
reinforce.
He's got to use that last okay, so this army's dead from Corrino. He needs to use that last it's defense breaches. And there it goes. And so now Corrino's probably dead. Here comes the mercs.
Mercs.
Here come the mercs.
Here comes the mercs.
So great play by Hark.
Reinforce. The strength of Harkonnen, the reinforcements.
The strength of mercs, man.
Okay, of course, also.
He's gonna. So
if you play with the other counselor,
he's gonna easily retake that spice field, and he doesn't even need to take that spice field because he could just take one that Corrino gave up.
He's killing Corrino, yeah.
And that's it. Okay, so Corrino's out.
Now Harkonnen is pissed. He's going to merc spam the whole world now.
I think his first order of business is going to be to capture the sink.
I also think so, because you really need the water to close the distance.
Corrino instantly running away.
We know, Ecaz.
I mean, sorry, yeah, Ecaz. He's got symbols of authority, so he can start getting his passive out. What's he gonna research next here? Pretty surgical Harkonnen gameplay, not gonna lie. He's getting so many agents. Atreides now trying to go further and attacking Harkonnen over there. Hark with still a lot of authority to spare, and he's generating a good amount too.
It's quite funny that Harkonnen just go for mercs right now.
Why would you not? They're like amazing ranged units with high damage the more they kill, and they train super fast. Why would you go for anything else here when you have 28k in the bank? Doesn't make any sense.
But you don't keep. That's actually kind of insane indeed. Because it's attacking the middle right now, it could be an interesting fight, but the merc spam can just compensate. But
he doesn't have any operations here, so this could go to Ecaz's favor.
let me see Ecaz's operations.
I'm talking about Hark. Hark doesn't have any operations.
Hark doesn't have operations, but Ecaz has.
Hark can easily deny loss of rights here and keep his Water Stellar Union charter. He's going to want to do a fine dance here. He's going to put a little on a judge. He's going to put enough to outvote them two for loss of rights. And now this is a classic 2v1 situation here. The obvious leader in the lobby, Harkonnen, fighting off two aggressing factions. He can only fight off one at a time though, so he's relegated to lose the top left regions, which kind of sucks because one of them is the Worm's Nest. So this first wave of mercs is gonna die, and so unless Ecaz kills that airport, it's gonna be merc wave after merc wave after merc wave. Angelero not doing a good job of rebuilding. Okay, now he's rebuilding. Because he's got to keep him coming. Because that Ecaz army is going to win this fight, this first wave. But eventually, the Ecaz takes so long to resupply unless he starts spending mercs of his own. He's going to lose this battle. And now Hark getting operations here, putting scav teams down. Atreides harassing the harvesters. So
merc
good.
Spam. him.
So good to have all the Solari. And you were asking why is he banking so much Solari? Here's your answer.
That's true. That's true.
Hart completing the cap, getting the polar sync back. If I was him, I'd go for border defense right now. Put 4 missile turrets over there.
Ark's flagship is.
This is a mistake by Hark, I think, unless he can send some more mercs over to the middle. He can only. I think he should focus on one fight at a time. That flagship's gonna die.
Well, I don't know when it's going to die, but
There's a lot of mercs over there. I'm not sure why he's trying to decoy thumper that, but okay. So he chose to save the worm's nest. Combat drugs the veteran militia. Sorry, the mercs over there. And there goes the flagship, and there goes Atreides' entire army, by the way. And now
I have to agree that the merc spam is quite
trash. That's such a trash mechanic right now.
Okay.
It's trash. Let's be honest.
I have to agree with that. I think.
You know, on one
But
respect,
still need the economy first for it.
yeah, on one respect, you can say, hey, he did a good job of building up his economy to bank all that Solari, so he should be able to reap the benefits of that reward. Yes,
Yeah.
but this is like kind of like a get out of jail free card because it prioritizes the game for everybody to just build like huge economies early. They don't have to worry about getting any red tech. They don't really. I mean, blue's like it is what it is with blue. But I think there's definitely needs to be a change with the way mercs work right now. They should have upkeep, I think. Because at least even if you have a big economy, it'll force you to sell some shares.
I think it was quite good when they had upkeep.
I think so too. I think it was a lot easier.
It was very expensive to hold them, so you was really forced to use them fast.
Yeah, and then after they were done, you would want to get rid of them because
they would continue.
They would continue to drain your Solari. So Hark defending. So great playing by Hark, by the way. Completely wipes out the Atreides army, including the flagship. And so I don't think it was a mistake to go over there at all. So I stand corrected.
So what are actually the win cons right now?
Well, he's got Chom. He's definitely leading in hedge, I think. Once he takes the sync back, I think you'll see his win banner again. He's got symbols of authority. I mean, if I was him, I would just start. You can 2v1 the rest of the game with this much Solari banked and merc spam available. I would even get rid of the mercs right now and start replacing them with a traditional army just because. And so he's sending more units down to the south. I'm assuming he's going to capture more regions down there. And so he can show them and he's going to hedge. And honestly, if you looked at his influence production, he had more influence than the other two combined. So he spent it all last council. He's taking another spice field down there. So he's got it all. What they need to do is they need to figure out a way to break him. I think what they need to do is they need to attack together in a region. And when they do attack, they need to make sure that they prioritize killing the airfield. Because then he has to march the mercs across the map, which will significantly reduce. Exactly, It'll reduce the amount of time it takes to resupply. I mean, increase the time.
That are spread out. So some regions are quite far away from his main base.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Are you thinking somebody should assassinate him? Because that's definitely a play. I mean, it's hard to defend an assassination and at the same time 2v1. You know what I mean? So
there's a clear assassination, double assassination situation.
Yeah. So now, so he's gonna deny Atreides taking this region because he doesn't want him to have a proxy here to contest him. If I was Hark, I'd pillage that right there, and once I pillage that, Atreides can still peacefully annex though, but at least they denied it for the time being.
it's not a good region to take because it's quite far away from headquarters and it's not a special region. So
Yeah, I don't think he needs to spend authority there. Pillage that. Okay, he's leaving a unit there. So I think what he's gonna do is gonna prevent Atreides from annexing that region altogether, just by leaving one unit
fair
there.
enough. Atreides has a special ability that to peacefully annexate. It's only possible if the villages are not sieged.
Yeah, if they're not sieged or if they have to be neutral.
But
So,
also, it's I don't think it's a good move at the end.
now he's
I think you have
pillaging
to
it.
pillage because you cannot keep it sieging.
Yeah, you cannot unless you let your whole army sit there.
Yeah, that's not really smart. I think you have to pillage anyway.
Okay, so now we see the first the win banner. Hark with 20.4, Atreides 19.7. Ecaz, on the other hand, has a lot of map to play with on the right side, and he's, I don't know, I haven't tuned into Ecaz for a while because Hark's been our main character in this game, but Ecaz is he's rebuilding his army and he's got 500 authority banked. I mean, just start taking territories, bro. Start taking territories on the right.
Yes, authority, use it. Bam, bam, bam.
Loss of rights is up. Hark's gonna want to deny that. They're supporting loss of rights. I don't think Hark can outvote them this time, but he can vote himself. He can still vote himself into the eye of the council. And I wonder, is water regulation gonna pass? It doesn't. Or yeah, it does actually. So is Hark on negative authority from that? Is that going to slow him down for a little bit? Because Ecaz is still positive authority. Ecaz really needs to capture regions, man. He just needs to start spending that authority. I don't know why he's sitting on 500 authority. He's got all those free territories in the bottom right. It's Atreides who's in the worst position here because he's boxed in completely. He's got Ecaz to his top right. He's got Hark on the bottom left. So he's boxed in. And if I was Atreides, I would start annexing peacefully. He's got 343 authority. I would start annexing peacefully all the neutral regions on the bottom right of the map so Ecaz can't get them. You know?
Ecaz took them. But, what can happen right now?
Hark continuing to press the issue. I mean, he's got another special down there and another spice field. And Atreides he's annexing that Plascrete tile, which is like, oh, he's annexing his Observatory Mountain. So, okay, this is exactly what I want to see from Atreides. He's getting in the mix. He's annexing a special territory in between Hark's regions so he can drive a wedge between Hark and his regions. So this is good. This is a good for the Atreides players out there. This is good. This is how Atreides can get himself in the mix if he's boxed in, and it actually keeps a check on it keeps a check on the other regions.
I think the main question is, can Harkonnen pillage all those neutral villages all the time? So it makes them so cheap that he can annexate them all of them later in the game at the same time. Get some hegemony push. I think it's his plan right now. What can we say right now?
I mean,
Harkonnen just continue pillaging, especially
he's gonna continue pillaging. He's gonna continue annexing in the bottom, continue choming. He's pillaging that spice field, so he's gonna take it eventually. It's just gonna become cheaper for him to take later. Ecaz, man, I'm not loving the Ecaz tunnel vision here. Like, I don't know why he's so focused on the middle right now. You guys can gang up on him later. Go capture the Sandfall in the bottom right, and go capture all those territories in the bottom right. Like, why do you need to fight this right now, especially by yourself? So here he goes. Okay, now he's sending his units to the right. I think he definitely does not have me muted. There's no way. There's no way. Ecaz, if you're listening to me, you are cheating. You are cheating in this match, or you're defending against those rebels. But I'm pretty sure your militia could have killed them. Okay, he's definitely cheating because he's going for the Sandfall. This is kind of low-key hysterical. Hey, chat. People in the chat, do we think Ecaz is cheating? People in the chat, let me hear it. Horace Ra, he said he's deafened, so I'm definitely an idiot. He's deafened, so he's not listening to me. XD.
He's brilliant.
He's actually brilliant, right? He read my mind. Because I have a third-person view of this entire situation.
Oh, he didn't unmute you. It didn't mute you. That's also possible.
Okay, so there we go. Ecaz, playing correctly. Hark, will he let him go? That's the question. What's Angelero? How does he respond to this? He doesn't care, I guess. His units are just sitting there. Crafts Workshop's going down for Angelero. Atreides with that cheeky capture. Now he's full building that village because Atreides can do that. Hark not letting him do it. Hark pincer maneuvering the village. And this is good because Ecaz is occupied. Hark gonna liberate this. He doesn't have the authority. Yeah, he's gonna liberate that. Kill that. Yeah, he'll kill the airfield and then there it goes.
It's very aggressive, peaceful annexation, but okay.
Atreides kind of.
Perhaps you can tell Ecaz what to do now.
Oh yeah, well keep capturing regions, man. I would take the I would go in there, I would run in there as fast as I could and not even focus on the militia. I would kill the airfield inside the Mundu Vale and take that. And you're either gonna force Hark to run across the map or just give it up completely because he has to defend against Atreides right now.
Yeah, exactly.
I would keep going. I would keep going if I was Ecaz. So Ecaz, if you're listening, keep going, bro. Keep going.
Kill the airfield. That's
You've got the authority POI been sitting there the whole game. Now you can actually capture it. You have 3 authority POIs, bro. Are you kidding me? You have 4. He has 4 authority POIs. He's got 4 of them. 3 Plascrete and 1 Solari, and he can afford all of them. And so, dude, you could just. What do I know, right? What do I know, Sag? I'm not a good player in this game.
No, you only won a couple of times.
Nah, I don't know anything. According to Baron Psychedilla, I'm the worst. Alright, so Ecaz, I guess, is he doing what I told him he's gonna do? Okay, portfolios.
Yeah, I think so.
Portfolio scrutiny. I don't know, man. He's deafened, but he hears me somehow. Somebody's feeding him intel. He's got a spy. I got it, dude. He's got a spy. One of these guys is spying in here for him, and he's relaying all my genius to him.
That's it, yeah.
Can you believe it?
I don't know how to deal with that, but okay.
I don't know either.
Atreides won both votes. The second and third one. I didn't see which one.
Come on, Ecaz, just start capping, bro. No cap, start capping. Is there a fight going on over here? Yep. Harkonnen fending off the Atreides at the Worm's Nest. Easily, may I add.
How can we say? I think Atreides is attacking Harkonnen in the northwest.
Yeah, and that
was completely killed.
That attack is gone. So now Ecaz, what are you doing, buddy? this
I
is.
don't think Harkonnen has an airfield there.
Just stop. Just listen to me, man. I know you're listening somehow. Stop sitting there right now and just go in there and blow up the airfield at Mundu Vale and take it. Okay? And then capture every single authority POI that you have and then take another region. Okay? You have listen, dude.
It's a new dimension of commentary that the commentator is going to.
Yeah.
I want maximum drama for this game, right? We're already like.
This is like
Can you
this is
please?
like
Who is
coaching.
that? Please mute yourself,
Yeah,
man.
good.
Come on, man. So, what we want is we want max drama in this game to make it as exciting as possible for the last 10 minutes.
That's true. Yeah. So Ecaz should attack the Harkonnen in the south east. The first skill is airfield.
Correct.
Annexate it.
Right.
Go.
Annex it. Spend all of his authority. Then he can re-up on authority, because he's got 4 authority POIs. He can re-up. Then he can take another region. That'll put him in the hedge race, and then things are gonna get super interesting. Okay? Then things are gonna get super interesting.
You annexate 2 villages at the same time.
Yeah.
So you don't
Then
have
the
to build
politicking
ranges,
is
of
gonna
course.
start. Who are we gonna backstab? Who's in the lead? Who's got the most passive? I think. By the way,
I still think that
passive-wise,
double assassination of Harkonnen.
that would
That's
be
by far the best
hysterical.
strategy.
That would be hysterical. I mean, it'd be so hard. He can just drop regions too. Hark only 8 passive, man. 8 passive on Hark. He's building martial economy everywhere. He's building office of orders everywhere.
It doesn't have to take for crash jobs. Mark.
He does. He's got +8, but he's not building them. I think. Okay, Ecaz, the hidden genius. I just want to see how he pulls this off. How's he gonna pull this off? That airfield, bro.
He's
He's
going to kill
focusing
the
on the
airfield?
militia. He's focusing on the militia. The wrong thing. Wrong thing to do.
Airfield.
Airfield first. Now he's going for the airfield. Was it in time? We'll see. You know, if you want to be super sneaky, you can just walk in on the neutral region, and then he wouldn't get the alert. If he's in time, that's good. He wouldn't get the alert because there's no enemy units on your territory, and then you just walk in through the neutral region, and you right-click the airfield, and then he only becomes aware that you're attacking him as soon as the airfield goes down. Hark now flying across the map. He has to fly. He has to walk across the region. Atreides going to use this opportunity to take that Plaskery tile to the north of the sink.
Not so effective.
Now, what does Hark do? He can just go and start liberating the Sandfall. Now he's going to choose to defend.
Ooh.
He's gassing his enemy.
Oh.
The heir of Hitler, Baron Harkonnen, gassing his opponents.
Oh, damn, it's not good for YouTube to say that. And,
It's not. Don't say that. Yeah, man, those Hark operations are so annoying, man. They're so
yeah,
good.
that's really annoying. If you have
They're so good. This fight is close, but maybe Ecaz can do it.
Reinforcement, come on.
Maybe Ecaz can do it.
Reinforce.
This is so close. Those little guys that make all the difference. Those little
Those
weasels.
make all the difference, yeah.
Those little weasels.
I think they made a small mistake.
It was so close, man. It came down to 3 units. And now he lost his whole army, so he's got to rebuild for the next 2 months. That's the weakness of Ecaz, because he should mercs, but he doesn't have the economy to do it.
Bugs. Oh, sorry.
BGZI, what is he going to do in this moment? Both armies have been relatively destroyed. Is he going to take a shot here at the king? Take the 6. So BGZI also has... Ecaz is in the worst position to attack the middle, because his village does not... Yeah, it does not overlap the village of the polar sink. BGZI now has a fortified position just above the polar sink, and he can contest the middle here. Effectively, I should say, because technically they can all
He can build
contest
a
it.
monument.
Yeah, he should. He should. Atreides now also
It's
with
the
12k
biggest
Solari.
weakness of Ecaz, I think. It takes ages to recruit.
Oh my god, it's the worst. It's the worst. The Angelero just went full mark. He doesn't care. 13k in the bank. Full mark, baby. My next move, if I'm Angelero, I'm capturing the Observatory Mountain to the south. That's a free special tile that's not going to be contested. Worm's Nest going down to try to prevent the attack on the Kraken. However, the Overlord is there. Okay, now is counter on the Overlord. Now he's attacking the Overlord. So he's got to back that up into the deep desert.
Oh, free for all takes so long, man.
I think we're about what, 2 hours in now? You're telling me that this is the optimal way the game is supposed to be? That's what happens when you nerf siege incentives, man. Hate it.
Yeah.
I hate it.
I think the game is really good, but this is the stalemate it takes.
People are trying to convince me that this game is good right now. The state of the game is good. With the Landsrad pauses and with the way mercs are and with the siege incentive nerfs, they're trying to convince me that this is good. And before all those changes came in, those same people never won a game in their life. And now all of a sudden they find themselves in a position to win some games and they think the state is good. But the state of the game is not good. It is so slow, it is so long, and it doesn't encourage early skirmishes unless you're super close and you're contesting a spice field like those two guys were in the beginning. But then you saw that after that skirmish, it was over, and then it was like 4 months of nothing, which it translates to an hour of everybody sitting around. Hate it.
Yeah, 2 vs 2 you don't really have that.
No, 2v2 is a different ballgame. 2v2 right now is the less popular game mode, but it's the more fun one, I think.
I also think so.
I think it's the more fun one. It encourages way more interaction.
Cool, but it takes way. Free for all, if not one play, is way better than it takes ages.
Yeah. They've done the last 3 patches of this game, like if you think about it, number 1, they changed the hedge from like, it used to be 25 to 30. They removed hedge spiking, they added Landsrad pauses, they nerfed siege incentives. Come on, man. And they changed mercs. I don't know where they're going with this. We'll see. It's not my game.
What's happening right now, man? Come on, man.
Oh, okay. You started this. You were complaining about how long FFA was. Sorry, let's get back into the action. That was you. That was you. And then you opened up a can of worms. You know how I feel about this situation, okay? All right. So, Hark's defending the middle.
I have to commentate.
You started airing out grievances, and I couldn't help myself. Okay.
Yeah.
So, Hark's defending the middle, Ecaz is rebuilding his army. I think Atreides is waiting for an opportune moment to take the Polar Sink, which, frankly, I don't think he should be doing that. He should be annexing the Well of Riches down south and being a pain in the ass, which I think is still open. Okay? There's a lot of moves here for Atreides because he's not limited to capturing regions by directly attacking them with his army. Let's see what Ecaz is up to here. Ecaz just almost there, right? Almost rebuilding his army.
What was your longest game ever, Kareem? Which month?
I think I went to like month. Dude, remember that Fremen governor win?
Oh yeah, but
that was like month 9.
And that was already quite long.
Yeah, I mean, what are we in now? What month are we in now? 10. This is month 10. This is so cringe. Somebody do it.
That is also the main reason I also play Dune Spice Wars a little bit less, because I am quite a busy person and I cannot schedule time for 2 hours.
Yeah, all right, we gotta stop crapping on the game, dude. We're the tournament commentators, and we're like totally destroying this game. Like, oh, yeah, this game's too long. The patches are terrible.
I really think 2 vs 2 is really good. I think even 1 vs 1 is even 8 wins. It's actually kind of cool.
Yeah.
But that's what's happening now. I think it.
I don't know what Ecaz is doing. I think he's looking to capture his sanctuary, which I wouldn't do at the moment. That would be my last cap. He's capturing it. Okay. I would have captured the Crescent Ridge and that sanctuary at the end after I've taken all the possible territories available to me to the south. That's like a free region that you have in your back pocket. So I don't understand why he needs. There's two more. There's one region right there that he can take where his screen is zoomed in right now, and then he could definitely take the Mundu Vale off of Hark. So whatever. Ecaz has his own plans. So he's definitely not listening to me, by the way, in case anybody was wondering. And we have a staring contest in the middle between Atreides and Harkonnen. And in the meantime, I assume Harkonnen has something somewhere around the map, marauding or something, because that Well of Riches is still available. Hark putting another missile turret in Mundu Vale. He's got some executioners on the left. I think they were pillaging. 26k in the bank, 1.3 Solari a day. So, I mean, why not just buy the Chome now? Just keep buying it. You're already the obvious target. There's no point in trying to masquerade around anymore.
Oh, I really hope they just go to assassinate, man. Let's kill them.
Yeah, that's not happening. The Hark would be such a good assassination target for Ecaz, actually.
For both.
Yeah.
If you do it at the same time, I think it's even impossible to counter. If you do it properly. I think assassination is very cool dynamic, but if you 3 versus 1 with assassination, that is impossible.
I've run out of things to say here.
Yeah, I don't know anymore. But
It's a snail's pace.
Shops, how much hedge production do all of them
He's
have?
got 24 on Hark. Okay, so at least he's moving the needle a little bit. None on Atreides, and I don't think there's any on our Ecaz player. So he's still got all those authority POIs sitting there. He's got 393 authority, man. Just do what needs to be done, my brother. He's negative water. Okay, he's got 4 water. You know, Atreides is doing a good job of staying in neck and neck with Harkonnen. He's gonna miss a spice tax here.
That's true.
This is devastating for Ecaz if he misses a spice tax. Somebody's building a nuke. That's exciting. Ecaz should be looking for a spice POI. And he doesn't even have a maxed out army, so I don't know where he's looking to go with this.
Build more units, yes, free.
Chat, what do we think about this long existing some smurfing as Ecaz? That'd be hysterical. Horace Ross says this is painful. Somebody relay a message to the developers. Nobody has 3 hours to sit around to play one game. Crap,
I did it. I cannot play free for all anymore because
I did it again. I couldn't help myself.
Yeah, I cannot.
Stylu's still out there thinking that this is going to be an esport. He's got Red Bull sponsors lined up for us. So I heard. Red Bull is they're chopping at the bits to be able to sponsor Dune Spice Wars games.
Yeah, Dune Weekly, yeah. I was talking with the sponsor. Yeah.
Yes, dude. Red Bull, Gatorade,
I get billionaire.
Intel, Microsoft, they're all just waiting at the gates, dude. We've laid the foundation for the next huge esport. Can you imagine a 3.5 hour long match to decide the winner of Arrakis? Who doesn't want to watch it?
Perhaps you can also have some cheerleaders.
Like what? Like some Bene Gesserits
doing these moments that nobody.
Oh, like some real humans dressed as Bene Gesserits in like skimpy Bene Gesserit clothing. Yeah, that'd be hot.
Idea than I had.
That'd be hot, right?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, like we'd like when there's a lull in the action like this, we just pan to like the Bene Gesserits in bikinis like doing a dance. And that's.
Or we can also just broadcast the Zoom movie part 1 doing game.
All right.
Yeah.
There's a lull in the action here, so let's you know, let's watch 15 minutes of the Dune movie just to kill some time. Hark's building a research center, somebody told me.
Yeah,
Okay,
this
so
is
Hark is hedge spiking
Stalemate.
here. Hark's probably okay. Hark's doing it. I think Hark's doing it. I don't think these players are experienced enough to know. So Hark, okay. Here's the
The
move.
hedge spike.
Here's the move. He said, "Cream hello" in the chat, disrespecting the competitors. Okay, so Hark's got what? He's gonna have the Observatory Mountain, 1600, and he's gonna have potentially. I'm just looking where his troops are. He's gonna have to He's got one region capturing to the top left, and I think he's gonna capture the Observatory Mountain or Acid Lakes. Okay, Acid Lakes is the other one. He's gotta be careful his units don't die there because that eats your health away slowly. And then the third one is Observatory Mountain. It's a master class right here. And
Okay.
tax payment is not gonna hit, but it's okay. And this is gonna be the end of the game because the other guys don't even know this is coming. So okay, he's just waiting on Observatory Mountain to come online. I don't know what the delay is there. Is it a pillage delay? But this is okay, that's a problem actually. Atreides captured it. LOL. LOL, dude, Atreides stopping that spike. Do we continue this madness? And Atreides now, what a player! He's going in while Hark is trying to. Oh my god. Oh my god, dude. Atreides now liberating. Atreides could have smelled it. Atreides in the hedge lead too. Did Atreides smell it? He's gonna leave one unit there to capture. He does. Now he has to hold off the polar sink while the research center finishes. So the other two regions have captured. He's capturing the Observatory Mountain. It's, you know, he's gonna have to survive a little bit because he didn't time it perfectly. Okay, now Ecaz going into
Why are they
decap.
not cooperating? Come on, guys. You
No,
can
they are.
help him.
Ecaz is going in for the Mundu Vale.
Ah, okay, it's fine.
Okay, but here come the Mercs.
Airfield? There's an airfield there?
There is an airfield there. Yeah. Okay. This should be 29.4. 29.4 on Hark. 29.4, man. He just has to stop the cap and he has to survive till tax, which I think he's gonna do. No problem.
Oh, the airfield, no! Airfield. And it's gone. Poof.
Oh, he's not capping the region. He doesn't need to. He's gonna go for a neutral, which is gonna cap much faster. Brilliant move. Brilliant move here by our Harkonnen player. He's capturing the neutral right next to his base, and that's gonna be it. That's 600 right there. That'll put him at 30k even for the GG. 44 chom, 45 chom. He's hitting the slider, so he won in multiple ways. He won in hedge and he won in chom. Either one would have been sufficient, and that's the game, folks. What a play! What a player! What a game!
Where is he taking a village? Oh, no, I see it. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's it.
It's almost done. Yeah.
That's all.
Finally.
And it ends.
That was actually a strong play from Angelo.
Well done to Angelero. Congratulate him
Angelero.
on his victory. And I'm gonna stop the recording here.